Welcome to the Deep Dive. We search out fascinating sources to bring you, well, the knowledge that really matters. Today, we're diving into something truly intriguing. It's this idea of a potent moment, a kind of threshold between what was and what will be. Yeah, it's like this space where time feels different. And the source we're looking at says something profound stirs beneath the surface of what if that's you, right? Our main source dive, pretty compelling, called Before Everything Aligns. You'll see this video by someone named Solace Fox. And it's not just, vague ideas. It outlines what it calls a documented pattern that shows up right before major life happens, like a road for seeing the universe's nudges, something big.
Exactly. And our mission today really is to unpack these patterns, to help you see if maybe, just maybe, you're already deep inside this whole process. Because the source suggests these aren't just random things happening to you. Not at all. It frames them more like the opening notes of a symphony, something grand that's been building around you, maybe for longer than you even realize.
That's a really powerful way to think about it because, often we feel that internal chaos and think something's wrong. So for people who might be sensing these shifts, what's one big misconception the video tries to clear up right away?
Well, it jumps right in saying most people completely miss these pre-alignment signs. They feel the shift, sense something building, but then poof, they dismiss it. Oh, that's just coincidence, or it's all in my head.
Yeah.
They're just so focused on what they can see and touch, the immediate stuff they feel they can control, and they overlook this deeper thing happening.
Right, so it's about shifting how we perceive things. The video uses this phrase, invisible architecture being constructed around their future. That sounds big. Can you break that down a bit? What does that mean in practical terms?
Absolutely. Think of it like this. The universe is quietly arranging the pieces for your future life, like putting puzzle pieces in place, but you can't see the final picture yet. It's happening beneath the surface of your day-to-day. And the source asks this really direct question. Something inside you has been stirring, hasn't it? A knowing that goes beyond logic. It taps into that gut feeling, that intuition that things are shifting, even if you can't explain why. It's not passive waiting. It's like the stage is being actively set long before the curtain rises,
That knowing. Yeah, I think many people get that. Okay, so digging deeper, the source identifies a really key internal, marks the start. They call it the recalibration of internal compass. What is that action? Well, the video gets here. It says things that you so grip. Your priorities start shifting almost on their own without you deciding, okay, you might start questioning choices you've never questioned, feeling restless, or just having this strange detachment from outcomes that months ago would have totally, it's a big internal shuffle.
And it's crucial to see this isn't confusion. It's actually clarity starting to bubble up. Think of it less like you're lost and more like your internal GPS is getting a major software up, recalibrating to the route that's truly yours. See, the universe doesn't just drop huge alignments on people who aren't ready. It makes space first. It naturally dissolves things that would clash with where you're headed. And this often plays out in relationships too. During this phase, some connections might just start to feel off. Not bad necessarily, but like you're speaking a language you're growing out of as the source.
So old connections might fade naturally, but then new ones come in.
Exactly that. At the same time, other people just appear, seemingly out of the blue, and they bring the exact energy or information or maybe an opportunity you desperately needed. It's described as the magnetic fields around your life reorganizing itself to match the frequency of where you're headed. And knowing this is so helpful, right? It turns what could feel like bewildering confusion into a signpost. It encourages you to lean into that discomfort, knowing it's actually productive.
Okay, so after these internal shifts settle a bit, the external world starts to which brings us to phase the acceleration effect. This is where the pace of meaningful stuff happening in your life really picks up. The video even says time itself starts acting. Yeah, like you might have days that feel packed with a week's worth of experiences, then other whole weeks just vanish, feeling like hours. But it's not just how time feels, it's the actual speed of meaningful events. Opportunities pop up faster than you can even think about them. Insights come in waves, synchronicities just multiply. So what's behind this rush? Is it chaos?
The source is clear. It's not random chaos. It's deliberate preparation. The universe is essentially compressing your learning curve, giving you this rapid fire exposure to experiences, people, knowledge, everything you'll need for what's coming next. But here's the warning. Most people get overwhelmed here. They try to control every little thing, understand every event, but the source says this acceleration isn't meant to be micromanaged. It's meant to be surf. You ride the wave. You don't try to control the ocean itself.
Surf. I like that image. It implies trust. Letting go. This phase also introduces something called preview transmissions. They sound almost mystical. Can you give examples?
Yeah, think about those weirdly specific conversations with strangers where they say exactly what you needed to hear. Or a book falls off a shelf, a video pops up in your feed, and it has the precise message you were looking for. Even dreams can feel incredibly vivid, more real than your waking hours, the source said, like coded messages just for you.
And the source stress aren't showing, they're showing what's already in motion on level. It's like the universe little trailer about to play. You can get ready mentally. It's right. Old source says this is where most break down. Sounds tense. What's feel like? Well, it's described less like a big explosion and more like a systematic letting go of every belief, every habit, every pattern that fit. You might make that feeling towards paths that last year seemed impossible. This isn't something you act, it's something that happened, like a river to your new self project.
Right. And this often comes with what feel like tests, challenge. But the source reframe, they aren't obstacles meant to stop you. Instead, they're initiations designed to confirm that you're ready for what's next. Each challenge is perfectly designed to make you step up, to embody the exact qualities you'll need soon. Courage where you used to back down. Trust instead of control. Being real instead of putting on a show.
So they're formative, not punish. Building muscle.
Exactly. Building muscle is a great way to put it. The purpose is building your capacity to receive and sustain the magnitude of what's coming. Because, as the video points out, these major alignments, they don't just change your circumstances, they change your entire relationship with reality itself. You start operating on a whole different frequency. Things that took huge effort become easy. Things that felt impossible start feeling inevitable. It's about strengthening your foundation before the big reveal.
Okay, then we hit phase 4, external reflection and the old world's final pull. Now the outside world starts really mirroring the inner changes. It sounds like things start flowing.
Yeah, opportunities don't just show up. They seem to chase you down. People notice the change in you and seek you out because of it. Resources you need. They somehow just organize themselves, sometimes before you even ask. It's like the universe is holding up a mirror, showing you the internal shift made real, undeniable.
Yes, but what's fascinating and tricky about this phase, this is when the old world makes its final attempt to reclaim. Suddenly, everything you decided to leave behind looks better than ever. Old job offers might reappear, but with better terms. People from your past might pop up with really compelling reasons to go back. That familiar life starts looking safer, more practical, definitely more realistic than this unknown future you're.
Wow, so it's not a red flag like, whoops, wrong way. It's more like the final boss battle with your comfort zone. Precisely. That's a good analogy. This intensification, this pullback, it's not a sign you're wrong. It's not the universe saying turn back. It's actually the opposite. It's the natural tension that exists at every threshold. Think of stretching a rubber band. The tension is greatest right before it snaps or you let go. The source says, the stronger the pull backward, the closer you are to breaking through forward. It's really a test of your conviction. How much do you trust this new path?
And time gets even weirder in this phase, apparently. More fluid. You get those days again that feel like lifetime. Conversations might seem endless, but the clock barely moves. Even silence feels different, expanded, full of presence. It's like you're not losing your grip. You're realizing reality is far more malleable than we. This is also when confirmation downloads start. What does that mean, practically?
Well, you know when you're stuck on a problem, totally wrestling with it, and then suddenly, bam, the perfect solution just lands in your head like you knew it all along but forgot. The source suggests these downloads are a deeper version of that. It's like remembering innate wisdom, not learning something new. Solutions arrive through recognition, not analysis. Insights feel like coming home, not discovering new lands. You'll just know something with total certainty, but you can't really explain how you know. It's that inner compass locking onto the new frequency, loud and clear.
Okay, so after all that, the internal shifts, the acceleration, the tests, the final pull, what does phase 5, the alignment itself, actually look like? Is it like a lightning? The source says this final phase is the alignment, but not what most people imagine. It's less drama, more like stepping through a doorway that you suddenly realize was always open. It's gradual. Maybe one day you just wake up, look in the mirror, and see someone you recognize, sure, but they feel entirely new. The life you find yourself. It's the one you always sensed was possible, but quite for.
Yeah, and what's really striking about this phase, according to the source, is how natural it all that struggle, the uncertainty, the preparation, it suddenly just clicks. It makes perfect sense. Not logically maybe, but deep down in your bone. The path that was confusing becomes obvious and high, and timing that felt off is revealed as perfect. Those challenges, you see, they were the exact training you needed. There's this profound sense of, oh.
So it's not really an ending then, more like arriving at a new starting line.
Exactly. That's a crucial insight. It's not an end point. It's a beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Once you experience this kind of alignment, you realize it's not a one-time event. It's a way of being that you can access again and again, each time revealing deeper levels, new possibilities. It's fundamentally about collaborating with life instead of fighting against it. A kind of deep remembering of how to flow, how to be in sync.
That really drives home the point. What arrives isn't just a slightly better version of it's truly an entirely different relationship with itself, more harmony, more flow. So if any of these patterns, these phases feel, if something inside is nodding, then the source, consider that confirmation. You're likely already well into your own alignment process. Compass recalibrating, things speeding up, those identity dissolve, world reflect back, whether you labeled it that way or not. And now, make awareness, you can stop trying to swim and start flowing.
And maybe a final thought to leave you with. Alignment isn't this fixed destination you reach and then you just stay there forever. It's much more like a dance you learn, a frequency you attune to, a way of being that keeps deepening and expanding throughout your life. So that threshold you might be feeling you're on, it isn't just leading to a slightly improved version of your current life. It's leading to an entirely new way of existing, a way where you're so tuned in that coincidences become normal, where you attract what you need without striving, where you don't just experience synchronicity, you become it. It's a continuous unfolding. Pretty amazing, right?
The signals are everywhere, the alignment is inevitable, and your new beginning starts now.